Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We are back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Finally, we have arrived at Paladin, one of my favorite classes in the game. We have already reviewed their base mechanics in my 25 base class mechanics video, and there's a link for this in the description. Overall, I think the game is significantly easier with a Paladin in your group. That being said, I rank this class a C because I don't believe you would ever take it. Is it possible to make a Paladin better than Seela? Sure, there are a couple of things you can tweak. Is your Paladin going to be significantly better? No. Is Paladin good enough where it makes sense to have two of them in the same party? Absolutely not. One Paladin in the group is phenomenal. Two is a waste. Consequently, while this class is amazing, I just don't see 99% of people taking it. The first archetype is Divine Guardian. You lose access to spellcasting, which is a massive sacrifice. Paladins have some really nice spells that flesh out what they can do. In exchange, you gain Divine Trough, which lets you choose one party member per day that you can protect. Instead of the base version of Lay on Hands, you get Guarding Hands, which allows you to heal both yourself and whoever you choose with Divine Trough as a swift action. The base version only lets you heal yourself as a swift action. This is really nice because of all the mercies paladins get. Usually it wouldn't be worth your time clearing something like Confuse from a party member because it would cost the paladin a standard action. With this, you can quickly alleviate a nearby ally and then get right back to causing havoc. Really cool stuff. Your Aura of Courage is also changed so that now you only get immunity to fear. The rest of your party members do not get a bonus to their saves. Instead, if the party member you choose with Divine Trough is attacked, you can give them a +4 bonus to AC. If they are successfully attacked, you can, once per round, take all of the damage and any associated effects. This could be really useful to protect any ally that you absolutely want to make sure stays on their feet. Overall, I give this class a B. I think the removal of divine spellcasting is really a death knell for the class. Immunity to fear, sacred bonuses to attack damage and AC, along with a host of really useful buffs, is all taken away in exchange for a couple of tanking abilities. This class provides an interesting playstyle, but it's just not better than the base version. Next up is Divine Hunter. You lose access to heavy armor, which will obviously make you less tanky. You also lose one ranking of Mercy, which really isn't a big deal. You also lose access to the Aura of Courage and Resolve. This makes you significantly less tanky, and the Aura of Courage is most especially a massive sacrifice because there's a spell that interacts with the Aura to give your entire team immunity to fear early in the game. You also lose the ability to choose a pet and instead are forced to form a divine bond with a weapon. Unless your party is overflowing with pets, this is definitely the weaker option and harms the class. Finally, and another gigantic blow to the class, you lose Mark of Justice, which is one of the best abilities in the game, allowing the entire team to benefit from your smite bonuses. If you have built your paladin properly, this can be an absolute boss killer and a major part of your arsenal, but this class doesn't have it. In exchange, you get Precise Shot at level 1, which is pretty much a requirement for any competent ranged character, so this saves you a feat. At level 3, you gain Shared Precision, which gives your entire team Precise Shot whenever you successfully hit an enemy. For the most part, this is useless. Either your characters are ranged and they already took the Precise Shot feat, or they are melee and don't need Precise Shot. The exception is mages who aren't going to be blasters, and consequently they would ignore this feat, but they also get spells that should be used instead of raise or bow attacks. So at best, this is useful for a couple of levels, but overall, it's irrelevant. At level 6, you can expend 2 uses of Lay on Hands to heal a party member within 5 feet per paladin level. This is still going to require standard action, so frankly, I don't think it's worth it. This character is clearly centered around dealing long-range damage, so burning turns healing party members is counterproductive. At level 8, you get an Aura of Clear Sight, which makes you immune to blindness and gives party members a +4 bonus on saving throws against blindness. This is okay, but it's trash in comparison to its counterpart, which provided immunity to charm spells. I'd rather my party members be blind than charmed every day of the week. At level 11, you gain Hunter's Blessing, which allows you, as a swift action and use of Smite, to give yourself and all allies within 10 feet Deadly Aim, Precise Shot, and Improved Precise Shot. This is okay, but again, most of the characters that would really benefit from these feats probably already have them, except for maybe improved precise shot, which is a little more rare. Finally, at level 14, Aura of Faith is changed to specifically apply to the Paladin's ranged weapons and ranged attacks made in their presence. This is absolutely a downgrade, since the original version applied to all the Paladin's weapons and all attacks made within 10 feet of them. Overall, I give this class a B-. If you are determined to be a ranged Paladin, you can play this, but overall, there are much better options. Next on the list is Divine Scion. You lose all rankings of Smite and Mark of Justice. Massive sacrifice that weakens the class. You also lose the ability to choose a Divine Bond, which is once again a massive sacrifice. In exchange, you get Studied Target, just like what Slayer gets, and this stacks if you decide to multi-class into Slayer. This makes it a fantastic 3-level dip to get Studied Target, Charisma modifier save bonuses, and immunity to disease. Outside of that, is Studied Target a nice ability? Absolutely. Is it better than Smite Evil combined with Mark of Justice? Not even close. This is definitely a downgrade, not just for you, but for the party overall as well. You also get 4 rankings of sneak attack damage. Is sneak attack damage nice? Absolutely. Does it replace the damage you have lost by not having a pet? Not even close. I rank this class a D. It still maintains some of the great defensive mechanics of Paladin, but there's just no reason to take this class. Next we have Hospitaller. You lose 3 rankings of Smite Evil and Mark of Justice, which again is an absolute death knell for this class. In exchange, you get an upgraded version of Channel Positive Energy that doesn't require 2 uses of Lay on Hands the way other Paladins do. Channeling Energy is the best way to heal your entire team, so this is definitely nice. You also get Aura of Life, which makes the Paladin immune to death effects and gives the entire party a +4 bonus to saving throws against those effects. Death effects are definitely annoying, so this is nice to have. Overall, I give this class a C because I don't think it really serves a purpose. If you absolutely love channeling energy, then maybe this works for you, but honestly, I don't think having Paladin as your main healer works all that well. They are more like a backup healer, and consequently, you don't need them to have a crazy amount of channeling uses. Therefore, does a great job of protecting you against death effects, so that Aura has limited uses as well. Next we have Martyr. You lose all rankings of Smite Evil and Mark of Justice, which again is a monumental loss. The character sheet doesn't have Mark of Justice X'd out, and you will get it at level 11, but since you don't have any uses of Smite Evil, it's absolutely useless to you. You also lose the ability to add your Charisma bonus to your saving throws, which is a massive hit against your tankiness. You also lose immunity to disease, which is a smaller hit towards your defensive abilities, but it's noticeable nonetheless. Finally, your auras of courage, resolve, and righteousness are expanded to 20 feet instead of 10, but the Paladin's immunities are removed. Yet another brutal blow against this class. In exchange for all of that, you get Inspire Courage, just like a Bard, and it will add a competence bonus of up to +5 to your attack, damage, and a couple of saving throws. Definitely a very nice buff. You also get Stigmata, which allows you, with a move action, to mimic the effects of Inspire Courage. While this is activated, you steadily take 1 point of bleed damage, and this effect cannot be removed with heal or similar spells. At level 13, you can activate this with a swift action. At level 10, you can duplicate the effects of Inspire Greatness, and at level 16, you can duplicate Inspire Heroics. This is fantastic and fascinating, both thematically and mechanically. At level 2, you get an aura that provides a +4 bonus on saving throws against Sonic and Gaze effects. At level 3, you get another aura that provides a +4 morale bonus on saving throws against diseases. In my opinion, this is a downgrade from just your Paladin having immunity, because your tank is the one who really needs this functionality. Team members in the back being resistant towards diseases isn't really all that beneficial. Also at level 3, you can apply any mercy onto your Lay on Hands ability, even if you did not select that mercy previously. When doing this, you lose 2 of your auras for 1 round, and that mercy cannot be used again until those auras have returned. I cannot remember really wishing I had a mercy that hadn't been selected yet, but this might be useful in a pinch. At level 7, you can start your bardic performances with a move action, and at level 13, they can be done with a swift action. At level 10, you get Inspired Greatness, which provides bonus hit dice, temporary hit points, and a competence bonus to attack rolls and fortitude saves. When you first get it, this is useful, but one level later, you get another increase for Inspired Courage, and its attack bonus will be larger, making it more useful. Finally, at level 15, you get Inspire Heroics, which provides a +4 morale bonus to saving throws and a +4 dodge bonus to AC. Remember that dodge bonus is stacked, so this is definitely useful. Overall, I give this class a B+. The loss of Mark of Justice and the diminished auras hurt, but the alternative mechanics are interesting, and from a thematic standpoint, this class is really interesting. Side note, this is the class I chose when I did my Professor Snape Gold Dragon run, and it was phenomenal. From a storyline standpoint, it fits the game like a glove. The next archetype is Stonelord, the dwarf-specific class. You lose all rankings of Smite Evil and Mark of Justice. What is wrong with these subclasses? I feel like Paladin is the only class we have reviewed where the archetypes take the absolute best ability you have and rip it out repeatedly. Once again, this is a massive near-death kneel loss for the class. You also lose 3 mercies, which honestly I don't consider a big deal since they are alternative ways to deal with their effects. You lose the charisma bonus to saving throws and immunity to disease, which is a big deal, but this class focuses on making you more tanky, so it is not as big as it seems at first glance. Finally, you lose the capstone ability, which honestly isn't all that great anyway, and I think the alternative option you are provided is superior. In exchange for all of this, you get Stone Strike, which lets you, as a swift action, add up to a +5 bonus on your attack and damage rolls. Your attacks, whether they are unarmed or with a weapon, will be treated as magical or adamantine depending on your level. On the one hand, this bonus could be significantly larger if you have Smite Evil, but on the other hand, this applies to all enemies, not just ones of a specific alignment, so it is really nice to have. You also get Heartstone, which gives you a natural armor bonus of up to +5 and steadily increasing damage resistance. Both of these will make you more tanky, especially the natural armor bonus, since it allows you to forego a necklace slot providing the boost even if you don't use bark skin. At level 3, you get a chance that increases up to 75% to ignore critical hits or precision damage, such as sneak attacks. Over time, you will also become immune to petrification and bleed. Very, very nice ability that makes you significantly more defensive. At level 4, you get defensive stance, just like a stalwart defender. I could be wrong, but I think this is the only subclass that pulls mechanics from a prestige class. Armitage pretends to do that, but you don't actually get any Hell Knight abilities until you multi-class into Hell Knight. Defensive stance provides a +2 bonus to melee attack rolls, melee damage rolls, thrown weapon damage rolls, will saving throws, and a +2 dodge bonus to AC and some extra hit points. While in this stance, the Stonelord cannot move and it can be activated with a free action. You can also end this stance with a free action, and then the Stonelord will be fatigued for a number of rounds equal to twice the amount of rounds spent in the stance. This is absolutely fantastic. Run out into the middle of the action and then hold the line. At level 8, you get your first of 4 defensive powers, which expand what you can do while in a defensive stance. There are options like immunity to shaken and frightened, or you can get immunity to sickened and nauseated. At level 11, while using Stone Strike, your weapon gains the Bane Construct ability, which will cause you to do more damage against constructs such as golems. There's not a ton of these enemies in the game, and I don't recall any of them being especially difficult after level 11, so I don't think this is all that useful. Finally, at level 12, you get Stone Body, which provides immunities to paralysis, poison, stunning, critical hits, and precision damage. Cray. This is absolutely going to make you a walking tank. I give this class an A. The defensive capabilities are pretty awesome, even though the loss of Mark of Justice still hurts. Thematically, this is really cool as well, playing a tough-as-nails dwarf that can serve as a tank for everyone around them. I think this class lends very well to a playthrough as Thorin Oakenshield, a legendary figure from the Hobbit prequel to Lord of the Rings. Quick note before we review Warrior of the Holy Light. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate you subscribing and hitting the like button. This information tells me which content the channel is enjoying and helps my videos spread to more people. I really appreciate all of the support. Finally, let's review Warrior of the Holy Light. You lose Aura of Faith, which to me is no big deal because either you have weapons with at least +2 enhancement bonus so they can punch through a similar level of damage reduction, or you have the Covenant of the Inheritor, which provides the same effect. Both of these should occur way before you get this aura. In exchange, you get additional uses of Lay on Hands and the ability with the standard action to call forth a cloud of holy light that gives all your party a +1 morale bonus to AC, attack, damage, and saving throws against fear. At level 8, the cloud can heal ability damage for your entire team, which is really nice if you've had a bad day with an undead group. At level 12, the cloud grants resistance 30 against all elements. At level 16, it provides a 25% chance to ignore critical hits. Finally, at level 20, the range increases from 30 feet to 50 feet and all of the bonuses double. Very nice and a pretty cool way to buff and protect your entire party. At level 14, you can, with a standard action, release a 30-foot burst of energy that damages evil creatures and blinds them for 1 round. Evil dragons, outsiders, and undead are blinded for 1d4 rounds. A successful reflex save halves the damage and negates the blind effect. Good creatures caught in the blast receive a +2 sacred bonus to attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws, and skill checks for 1 round. Sacred bonuses are rare and almost certainly stack with what you have. I rank this class a C+, because I don't think anybody will take it. This is absolutely an upgrade over a base Paladin, but will you take it and then leave Sealer on the bench? I seriously doubt it. Does it provide a different enough playstyle like Martyr or Stonelord where it makes sense to have a Paladin and a Warrior of Holy Light on the same team? No, that's unnecessary redundancy. So overall, I just don't see anybody picking this up. That wraps up my rankings for Paladin and all of its archetypes. In summary, I rank Paladin C, Divine Guardian B, Divine Hunter B-, Divine Scion D, Hospitaller C, Martyr B+, Stonelord A, and Warrior of the Holy Light C+. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.